Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. So, after all the confusion about what would happen to Sprint since Radio Shack is filing for bankruptcy again, Sprint has already been moving out of some of the stores, but they released this article yesterday, and it says Sprint's agreement with Radio Shack will result in new corporate-owned stores. So that means that they are committed to keeping some of the stores, but not all. So of course, they probably did some very, very, very detailed checking on the business side of things. Does the store bring high traffic? How has our business been? And all that. And based on that, they determined which stores they would keep and which ones they would get out of. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that. As of yesterday, a lot of people were saying that Sprint would pull out of all of them. That hurt their stock a little bit. So now they released a statement that they would convert some of them over to corporate-owned stores, which is definitely a good thing. Should be still cheaper than rolling out brand new stores, but I'm sure the rent cost of them taking over the entire retail space is going to increase. So they are definitely going to make sure that that store is bringing in money and foot traffic. So definitely just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Next, Sprint has been testing the new tech, the massive MIMO, the gigabit speeds. They tested it on the network live, supposedly on an unreleased Motorola device. So as you can see, 624 megabits. Now, this is just one device. This is not necessarily saying you're going to see these speeds once everyone is connected to that tower with devices that can take advantage of that technology. But I gotta admit, it is some impressive technology. Now, the upload speeds are a bit slow, but Sprint can also aggregate the upload speeds, which I will show you here in a bit. So definitely, this will only make sense to a consumer if Sprint has the right amount of capex to roll this out. There are a few projects that need to be complete for this to really take into effect. Small cells, separate funding, more towers, and then there has to be new equipment added on the towers. The massive MIMO is 64 by 64. That will bring tremendous capacity to an area. I've been reading yesterday, one tower can hold a lot of capacity in an area with this massive MIMO, the spectrum that they have, and that's what they want to go forward with. They said they want to keep a lower capex and move forward with their spectrum. Spectrum is king, that's what Sprint's calling it. Which is true, because everything on that part is software related, so it's not really that big of a deal for Sprint to upgrade an area once they have all the proper antennas up in place. But I just don't know if HPUE is definitely some exciting tech for 2.5 to reach as far as 1.9. But right now, in my opinion, 1.9's reach and coverage is really not that exciting. Now, if band 41 could reach as far as band 26, then I would have said, okay, now you got something, Sprint. But with the amount of tower spacing issues and gaps that they still have, I don't think it will make that much of a change to the network. Now, if they do, I've seen them add several towers, not necessarily new ones, but they started coexisting on some of Verizon's and AT&T's tower. If I start seeing them capital investment in that, then I will be like, okay, now I'm convinced you guys are really trying to make a push to become, the number one or number two in densely populated areas. If they don't do that, then I don't see them making any big pushes on their current tower grid. They have to get much denser. Small cells are working, but they're only right now being heavily upgraded and added in bigger markets like Vegas, New York, Chicago. So definitely still a bit skepticism on that end. So next, and this is the I showed you guys this in the previous video. This is the 5G technology, supposedly the massive MIMO. This is something that SoftBank is using on their network, and Sprint will use it here as well. It is something that has to be added to the tower, so that's why I'm saying this is another project in itself, and it needs proper funding. It's not like they can just add it to 2 towers and say, you know, you have massive MIMO in your market. You got to add it to a percentage of towers for it to really have an effect and show proof that the network is getting better. So that is definitely something. It's very impressive tech. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you saw pulling 700 megabits. That's pretty good. That means there's lots of capacity in that area. So even when people jump on the tower, you can see probably 150, between 150 and 250 megabits on the tower site on average. So that is definitely saying that Sprint wants to show out a bit, but it's not going to be nationwide. There's going to be certain markets that will take advantage of this. So definitely interesting things there. And this is what I was saying about the upload. So this is in Chicago, which is Sprint's launch market. So any new technology launches there first. So as you can see, 134 on the download and 23 on the upload. So seeing 23 on Sprint's regular TDE LTE network is very unlikely. 15 is about the highest you can get. But Sprint can now aggregate on the upload side as well. And as you can see in Chicago, they're getting 23. So that technology is already implemented in Chicago, and I hope soon we're going to start seeing it nationwide on the 2.5 footprint. Would definitely be better because capacity on the upload is not all that great at 15. It tends to drop down, as you saw, below 10 or below 5. So definitely some good stuff going on at Sprint as far as, you know, showing off some tech that they got, showing off the spectrum. You know, once again, it's probably still considered lab testing, not real world testing, but at least they're trying something. You know, they're showing that they can do it if money is there. Maybe that's another way of telling a company, hey, you know, we got all the right tools. We just need the mechanic to, you know, to help us fix it. We need the money. We need the influx of cash. We need big cash. So maybe that's another way of Sprint trying to show out, and maybe somebody will bite. So definitely lots of things dropping in the next few days. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys liked the video last night. It was just a brief one. T-Mobile went up in the deprioritization to 30 gigs. So that's definitely really good to see that. I want to see if any of the other carriers are going to make a move here in the next few days. So definitely stay tuned for the updates. I do appreciate all the support. Shout out to all my new viewers, new subscribers. Give these videos a thumbs up. It keeps me motivated, keeps me going. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.